Hello, people. Another beautiful day. Yeah. Hope your five senses work. Health and strength is good. What? And it's Friday, June 9th. Another weekend is here upon us. Now, listen to this article. Xbox want to replicate E3 by bringing game demos to Game Pass. Remember those demo discs that you used to get in the Xbox magazines, and they had the demos on them? Microsoft want to take that and add it to Game Pass. So what it is that whatever project a studio is working on, the developers are going to take the game that they're creating, put it on Game Pass, so you can play the demo. That's what they're doing, right? So what this also, remember, I told you guys this months ago, weeks ago, months ago, even years. I told you this. I said Game Pass is a platform for independent developers and independent developers and developers themselves, to where they can showcase their talents and their attributes. They take a game, they put it on Game Pass, and then go on and then build their user base, build their community, right? And that's what Game Pass really is, right? So this article talks about Sarah Bond. She's shaken and not stirred, right? Anyway, she works at Microsoft. She's the corporate vice president of game creator experience and ecosystem at Microsoft Gaming. Let me say this to you, Sarah Bond. You're late to the party. I've been know this. I told to all my viewing audience, I said to people, Game Pass is a platform for independent developers to showcase their skills and talents. Take what happened to what happened when Squaresoft sold off those studios, right? So what Game Pass is now, you don't need a publisher anymore. You know, like how you need publishers to publish games? You don't need a publisher anymore when it comes to video games. If you're a gaming studio and you're making a game for consoles or PC, you don't need a publisher anymore. And that's what Game Pass is providing. So what you do, if you're creating a game, you take it to Game Pass and then try to get a contract or something, or something of that sort, and then get your games advertised and put on sale and be bought and stuff like that. So that's what Game Pass is right now. It's a platform for independent developers, and also developers that's been in the industry for a long time, to showcase their talents. Having a publisher is like having, if in the drug game, right? You need a middle in the drug game. You need like a middleman before you get to the person with the drugs, right? So what Game Pass is doing is eliminating publishers now. Game Pass is really eliminating of game studios having a publisher now to publish their games. If they're in a studio and they're making a game, it's like trying to get drafted for a team. You just take whatever game you're creating, you're hoping that it will be playable on Game Pass, versus going to a publisher and then you're hoping that the publisher publish your game so you can get recognition. If you're just a game developer, man, you're making your game, you just go straight to Game Pass and that's it. You don't, I mean, if you're a studio and you're making a game, you don't need a publisher anymore. You just take it straight to Game Pass and get your games the spotlight it needs, the spotlights it needs, and build your fan base and then go on from there. So what they're trying to do right now, me personally, I already knew this. The moment Game Pass was built, and I'm watching how I was watching how the independent games were being advertised on the platform. I knew right then and there that you don't need a publisher anymore to publish your games. All you need is a platform like Game Pass, and then take it from there. Anyway, listen to this. It says here, Xbox want to replicate E3 by bringing game demos to Game Pass. Project Microsoft is designed to deliver demos of independent games to your Xbox Series X. It says here, with Project, not Project Microsoft, Project Morecroft. With Project Morecroft, Xbox want to recreate E3 experience in your living room. Microsoft announced its new game initiative today, with the platform holder working with developers to bring curated demos of upcoming games to Xbox Game Pass. Sarah Bond, Corporate Vice President of Game Creator Experience and Ecosystem at Microsoft Gaming, says that Project Morecroft is a result of Xbox team reminiscing about its favorite conference and the connection that has been lost as a result of the pandemic, putting in-person events on hold. Says here, it used to be that you would go to E3, you would go to PAX, and you would go visit some of your favorite creators, and they would have a piece on our level of a game that you could sit there and play. And there would be someone from the studio, like right next to you in your ears, saying press that button, go under there, do that stuff. You would get to experience the game, and they would get to generate excitement about what they're building and what's coming next. It says here, those opportunities are getting smaller and smaller and more difficult to replicate, and they're especially difficult for indie developers, smaller studios that don't have much resource necessarily to put on their own show and attract a big audience. Bond continues. So we said, you know what? Why don't we take Game Pass and make it like a show floor? They're late to the party. I been knew this, but anyway, they probably got the idea from me. But anyway, it says here, Project Morecroft is set to begin rolling out within the next year, with Microsoft initial focus on providing independent developers with a platform to showcase small section of their game to the public via Game Pass. They're so late. I've been talked about this months ago, weeks ago. Welcome to the 21st century, Microsoft. Anyway, says not only as a way to generate excitement for what's coming, but also to help studio gain really valuable feedback as they're turning and preparing their games for launch. See, video game publishers now are dead. Okay, Game Pass. Video game publishers are dead now. Okay, so yeah, you don't need a publisher to publish your game anymore. All you gotta do is make your game and take it to Game Pass and show off your game, and you build your user base based on the feedback that you get back from all the people that played your game. So the days of having a publisher are dead. Anyway, it says here, where we at? It says Microsoft Gaming is yet to detail what demos or levels will be made available as program begins to roll out into Game Pass. Although platform holders has acknowledged that this type of initiative has inherent hidden costs for developers, demos are great. Begins Matt Booty, head of Xbox Studio, has developers, we love them. We get the game out early and into the hands of players, but they are also work. and it's work that tend to show up when you're trying to get the game done. And it says here, Bond says that participating developers will compensate for participating in Project Morecroft. We've set up programs and structure it so that the developer actually gets financial compensation. Exactly. So video game publishers are dead. Game Pass. Anyway, says here, where are we at? Almost done here. Where are we at? Financial compensation for the game and actually benefit them financially and also get the benefit of great feedback as well. They're so late to the party. I've been knew this. Anyway, it said, we're as well. It says, no further has some experience in this area following the ongoing development of Game Pass subscription service, which is known to pay developers by inclusion or engagement depending on the agreement in place. So basically it's like this. You're a developer. It's like you're trying to get a record deal, right? It's like you're trying to get a record deal and you need to go to you're trying to you're trying to get a record deal, right? But you need somebody to publish your music. So instead of chasing the record company, you go to someone like say Spotify or whatever and publish your music. So now the same rule that apply in music now apply in video games. Video game publishers are dead. Gone. There's no they don't exist anymore. Game Pass killed video game publishers. So what game development studios do now is they create the game, take it to Game Pass. They try to get they take it to Game Pass, work out a deal with Microsoft, put the game on the platform, and then people get to play like the game that's in development, and then based on the user base and the number that it produced, now we in contract negotiations and stuff like that. Do you get it now? But anyway, Microsoft is late. I've been knew this. But anyway, it says here, says here that all we know about Project Morecroft at this stage. But if you've ever been curious about the sort of development demos and early game builds that are typically made available to press when a game is traveling down the long road to release, you'll soon be able to try some of them for yourself. End of the article. So yeah, game publishers are dead. Game Pass killed game publishers. What Microsoft is trying to do, I already knew this. I talked about this weeks ago, months ago, that Game Pass was a platform for independent developers to show off their skills, their talents, their attribute. They're finally catching on, but I was already ahead of them. But anyway, game publishers are dead now, so you really don't need a publisher anymore. You really don't. You don't need a publisher anymore. Okay? Because you have to get you got to go to a publisher to so-called get your game published. You don't need them anymore. If you're creating a game and it's really good, you take your game to Game Pass now, and Microsoft, you work out a deal with Microsoft and put the game on Game Pass and show it off, and then try to get a contract and then go from there. You know what I'm saying? So it would be like an athlete trying to get a deal. You know, the publisher is the agent. Okay, the publisher is the agent, and you're hoping that your agent gets you a deal. So gone now are the days. Now your video game publishers are dead, based on what Game Pass brings to the table, and also what happened with Crystal Dynamics with the whole Squaresoft situation. So once Squaresoft did that, that lets you know that you don't need a publisher anymore to get your game published. You just take your game to Game Pass and work out a deal with Microsoft, and then go on from there. Okay. Anyway, I'm gonna leave this article and this video for you all to enjoy. Nice talking to you people again. Trish, still a Star Wars and Star Trek thing.
report, Darkseid.
Go.